Following President Trump's executive order aimed at cutting funding for public broadcasting groups PBS and NPR, the two organizations are weighing options as they fight to keep their federal funding. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maya Clark in for Annie Justice. The executive order comes as President Trump alleges bias in the company's reporting. The executive order also aims to require that they work to root our public indirect sources of public financing for the news organizations. How NPR and PBS is responding is our top story at 10 from your local election headquarters. Following President Trump's executive order aimed at cutting funding for NPR and PBS, their leaders are speaking out. PBS CEO and president released the following statement, saying, "The president's blatantly unlawful executive order issued in the middle of the night threatens our ability to serve the American public with educational programming, as we have for the past 50-plus years. We are currently exploring all options to allow PBS to continue to serve our member stations and all Americans." Locally, Panhandle PBS shared that a loss in funding could determine if they are able to keep serving the community and put education, public safety, and community connections at risk.
I think that what we would do first is that we would have to cut back on some of the things that we do in the community and some of the resources, because like I just said, we're a tiny station, so there's not really any way to trim off in terms of staff members, because each person wears many hats and most people are highly specialized in what they do.
In an effort to highlight the impact PBS has, they are asking for testimonies that they can share with lawmakers and the public.
Our grassroots support is what we need to help us make a difference. What we're hearing is that lawmakers in D.C. have had 500,000 calls, letters, all from an outpouring of people calling in support of PBS stations all around the country.
Our local NPR High Plains Public Radio shared that about 16% of their funding is federal funds, and it's a key component of how they operate.
It's a key part of what makes public radio work in these rural areas. It's that extra bit that makes sure that we've got connectivity to our towers from our station and to bring in NPR programming. It also makes it possible for us to have rights to broadcast the music.
Killingsworth adds they need listeners to reach out to representatives and tell them that they want access to public media and that they want their tax dollars to support local media. Nationally, NPR's president and CEO said in part, quote, "We will vigorously defend our right to provide essential news, information, and life-saving services to the American public. We will challenge this executive order using all means available."